Okay, so let's try to schedule games for EDP. So the first thing you want to do is go to your internet. And then you're going to type in gotsoccer.com. You can type gotsport.com as well, but gotsoccer.com. Then you're going to move your cursor all the way to the right and pick login. And then this that it brings you to is going to have this highlighted, which says universal account. This is the account that you want to use, the universal account. And now for username, we're going to use Charlie, Charlie, Miles, Miles. Don't worry about why, but that's the username. Then the password is in all capital letters. Make sure your caps lock is on. Marco, Marco. And then the numbers 82. And then we're going to log in. Once you log in, you'll get this screen, which is our club page. And you see you have all the teams. So, for example, I'm going to go to the Boys U17 FA Euro 2003. I would click there. If I wanted to go to the Boys U13 FA Euro 2005/2006 team, I would click here. And everybody's team is up here. So there's 2001, 2000. Here's the 07-08. Here's the 2002. And here's the 2009. So every team is in here. Now, to schedule CJSL games, Cosmopolitan League games, we don't use this. This is only for EDP games, okay? So for EDP, though, for instance, let's try 2005 and 2006 because they play in the EDP. So I'm going to go to them, Boys U13 FA Euro 2005-2006, and I'm going to click on Login. And it doesn't ask me for any more passwords. Now, this is your home page for this team. So this is a list of all the things that we've applied for and been accepted to. Right here, it's telling me we have an unread message, which means another team has sent us a message. And if I click on this, I would get to that message, which I will do to show you. So this says EDP Spring League 2018. This is the game number 2152, and it's telling me that there are 2 new messages. So if I click on that, it will take me directly to a chat box, like instant messaging. And this is how you can talk to the other team about scheduling. And as you can see, we've already done that a little bit because they wanted to have this game on Mother's Day and we wanted to move it. And so we decided on a date together, which was the 27th. We told them to go ahead and schedule it for the 27th. And now they're just confirming that they've scheduled the game. So if I wanted to reply to them, I would type something to the extent of, "Sounds great. Thanks. Is there a good GPS address for the field? We are likely to wear, or perhaps we can wear yellow or blue. Which is best for you guys?" And then I would send it. And after I send it, I push this button, which will notify them the same way I just got a notification saying that there was an unread message. And now it pops up in the little chat box here. Okay, so if I wanted to schedule a game now, and in fact, before I do that, let me show you the other way that you would get to your game scheduling. If you didn't have that message here that we just had, you would scroll down to EDP Spring League 2018. And then it sends you to this page, which looks scary, but you would look across these top tabs here and look for schedule and click on that. And now you should recognize this is where we were before. So if I wanted to change the time of a game, I would talk to the other team first to make sure that it was okay with them by using the chat button and agree on a time and a date. And then to change the time and the date, I click on this, It says to schedule your home games, click here. Home game schedule. And this takes a little while because it is a lot to load. Maybe we can change the music while it loads. Okay. All right. So now we're on this page, and this looks very confusing. All you're going to do with this page is just disregard it. Don't use it. Click on List View instead. And now you get something that looks just like the page we were just on, except for instead of saying chat here, it says View/Edit. So if we want to edit this game, FA Euro New York 2005-2006 at home versus Jersey Knights SC Excalibur, we go to View/Edit. And note, you can't edit games where you're the away team. You can only edit games where you're the home team. So if you decide with the other team that they can't host a game and they want to come to you instead, you have to send an email to the league and let them know that you need them to switch the game so that you're the home team and they're the away team. Then you'll be able to go edit it. So you get a screen that looks like this with the game details. You can change the date. So this was 3/24/2018. Let's say we wanted to play at 12 o'clock. So I just put 12. I know it's what it already said, but this way you can see that you can change all these fields. And it will automatically tell me when the game ends. I don't get to edit that. Game length is 90 minutes. It's automatic. I can't change that. And then I click on field. And the best thing, because look at all these fields. There's tons and tons of fields. Because this is all the different teams in the league. So to get to this, let me just change it off of it. To get to our field, you type VER, which takes you to Verrazano Sports Complex. And then in this, see how it says number 1? We need to scroll to the next one on the list to get to number 2. That's the field we have on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then we click update. And when you click update, it will schedule it 3/24/2018, 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Verrazano Sports Complex, number 2. So that game is scheduled, and all you would do is repeat that process for each of the games that you need scheduled. For the away team games, where you're the away team, all you need to do is find times where you're available to travel with your team, and then you would go to back to where we were. So I've just clicked on home, because that takes us back to this page. I would click on EDP Spring League 2018 again. I would click on schedule again, and now it says chat instead of View/Edit. We were here before. And I would chat and I would say something like this: hey guys, we're good for this date. If you are, let us know a time/location when you can, thanks. And they will let you know if they're available, and if they are, then they're going to do the scheduling process that we did, and the game will show up as scheduled. So you can see that the team from Western Lehigh from Pennsylvania did that already, and they scheduled the game. So we have a field time, we have a date, and we have a scheduled game time. Okay, but you're not done. So now you've scheduled your game. Now you need to go, I'm going to do it in a new tab. So I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to go to Gmail. And then I'm going to go to my FA Euro account, which we all have, adam.marcoux@faeuro.com. And then I'm going to put in my password. Don't look. And it will take me to my mailbox. Now that I'm here, and you've seen Marco do this on a video as well, an earlier video, I click on this button with all the squares, the Google Apps button, and I choose Calendar. So that's going to load the Google Calendar. Now that I'm in the calendar, I want to make sure that FA Euro is checked. So I want all of these checked, all of these FA Euro calendars, because this means that I can view what is on the FA Euro calendar. If I were to click on this and it's not checked anymore, did you see those go away? All those schedules that are there for FA Euro are now gone if I click that. So I can't see when fields are open and when things are scheduled. So as an example, this game, I'm clicking back to the Got Soccer tab now. This game that we just scheduled with the other team is 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on May 20th, and it's away. Now, it's possible that I scheduled this game already. But let's see. So I would go to May 20th. I would click on it. Okay, I did schedule the game already. But let's pretend that we have another game that we just scheduled on Got Soccer for Saturday, May 26th. And it's at 12 p.m. at Verrazano. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Saturday the 26th, and I'm going to click and drag, which will give me different time. So I'll go for an hour and a half because that's how long a game is. Even if you're playing an hour and 15-minute game, say use the hour and a half because there's going to be warm-up, there's going to be teams leaving before and after, so it's not going to be so straightforward. So pick an hour and a half, and then for the title, if it's a home game, I'm going to say home. In fact, I'm going to say Verrazano. This way we know where the game is when other people are looking at the schedule. And then I'm going to say 2007/08, if that's the team that I'm scheduling for, versus, I'll use the VS. If I were scheduling an away game, I would use this symbol, the @. But this is a home game, so I'm going to use VS. And then whoever I'm playing, Nobody FC. Okay? And then here, I might just put EDP so that we know it's an EDP game. Now, I'm going to make sure this is on FA Euro because if I put it on something else, it won't show up on the FA Euro calendar, which is where we need it. So then I'm going to click More Options. We already have the time scheduled, so we don't need to do that. If you did need to change the time, you can do it manually by just entering a time here, or a date here, and then a time. Or you could go to Find a Time, and you could physically move it on the calendar the same day. So here what we had said 12 o'clock, so somehow I've messed that up. Let's say 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay? Location. So I go to Add Location, Verrazano Sports Complex. Click. Okay? There you go. And now, I've given every team its own color, at least for the younger age groups. I believe that red is 2007 and 8, 2005 and 6 is this thing green color called basil. I think blueberry might be 2003. This grape color might be 2004. And then I think peacock, this kind of teal color, is 2009. But you can give your team its own color. The color is not that important. It just helps you identify which games on the schedule are yours and which are somebody else's. So 2007 and 8, which is who we're doing this game for, is tomato. So I'm going to pick tomato, which is red. And that's all. And now I'm going to make sure this is invite others, see guest list. You don't need that, but I always think the more things that are checked, the more likely I'm not missing something. And then I just push save. Make sure this button is not clicked because this will make your event all day long instead of just the time you want to schedule it for. And you just push save. And now that event is saved on the calendar. And if you got the time wrong or the time changes or the date changes, you can literally just drag it. Maybe the game's going to be played Friday night at 8 p.m., so I'll just drag it to Friday night at 8 p.m. and then all the other information stays. So that's how you would schedule a game. Now, if you want to get rid of a game because maybe the other team canceled or the game has to be moved and you don't know when it's going to be moved to, and you just want to clear that day on the schedule, all you need to do is either click on it once and click that trash button, which will delete the event, or just click on it and push the delete and it will be gone. Okay? That's all you need to know. So you have the Got Soccer website, and then you have the Google Calendar. And once you've done both those things, that game is scheduled, your field is locked in, nobody's going to take the same time as you because it's on the calendar, and so that game is 100% good to go. Now, if I'm going to schedule a game, before I schedule the game, I'm going to look at the Google Calendar just to see if the time that I want is available. So let's pick another date because I'm pretty sure there are games scheduled already. For instance, on the 14th of April, the 2003 is playing against this team, FC Summers Liverpool, from 1:30 to 3 at Verrazano. So I can't schedule a game. I have to know now I can't schedule a game from 1:30 to 3 at Verrazano. I can take some time after 3 o'clock. Okay? Now, on a normal day, there are going to be times where the younger kids play and the older kids play on Saturdays at our home field. So if you are a team that's older than 2003, I would like that you try very hard to schedule your games after starting at 1:30 and later. It will work out fine because some weekends you're going to be at home and other teams are going to be away. Some weekends you're going to be away and other teams are going to be home. But we will have the permit from 1:30 to 4, and you can take until 4:30. So we can start another game after this game, for instance, at 3 o'clock, and it can go until 4:30, and that would be fine. So you essentially have 2 slots to schedule in if you're the 2001, 2000, and 2002. The 1:30 to 3 and the 3 to 4:30 time slots on Saturdays at home. But it should be fine because all 3 teams won't play at home every Saturday. And God forbid there's a Saturday where all 3 teams do play at home. I guarantee you one of the younger teams that's playing in this earlier time range won't have a game at home, at least one of them. So we can move up into that time slot. But while the schedule is coming together and people are putting together the schedule, please make an effort, if you're an older age group team, 2002 to 2000, that you schedule games at home after 1:30 p.m. or later at home. So either 1:30 to 3 or 3 to 4:30. Please don't take a time slot that's 2:30 to 4, because then you take 2 time slots at one time. So use 1:30 as the first time slot and use 3 o'clock as the second time slot. Okay, so I think that's everything. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or to Marco or to Ben, Carlo Lemma. These are all guys who have done this type of scheduling before. But it's very important that you put your games on the calendar, because we have to avoid having 2 games at the same time. And especially with the younger teams, it's very tricky because a lot of the players play for multiple teams. So if we have 2 games on the same day and we need to have them back-to-back because there are some players in the first game that will play again in the second game, please don't just go and schedule a game on a weekend without thinking maybe someone else will need the field. So if you're one of the older age group teams, use from 1:30 to 4:30 instead of using earlier. If you need to use earlier, look at the calendar, make sure that there's nothing on there, and then it would be great if you could just send a text to me, Adam, and just say, hey, is it okay if I use Saturday from 11 to 12:30 or something, and I will look at the younger age groups schedules just to make sure that we can schedule around that. That would be great. Okay, guys, it's not rocket science, but it takes a little discipline to do it. We need everybody to do this so that we can have our games scheduled. I'm taking care of 2009 to 2003, so the teams that this really applies to is 2002, 2001, and 2000. All right? But good luck, and if you have any questions, let me know. You now have the tools to schedule your own EDP games.